Yeah, that's him right there. Dae-Lee. Featuring Omega Sparks. Yeah. I wonder if I could do that like him one day. I'm going to tell you, real quick, side journey. I met Omega Sparks at a Mix Masters Lounge. That's when INSP was doing their thing. And, man, it was crazy.
Golden days.
That was the what?
The golden days.
For real, man. I mean, Mix Masters was the, well, as they say, it was the lick. It was the joint. I'm telling you, man. So Omega Sparks opened up for, I think it was Flame. It was either Flame or the Ambassador, one of the two. That was my first time ever meeting him. I'm like, this dude is hard.
Yes, Omega. Crazy hard.
He is hard. But then he turned around and just started telling jokes. Just clowning. But then he came back into the music. So yeah, it was a good experience after that. You know, we talked a little bit, man. A good dude through and through, for real.
Indeed.
But nonetheless, we're back in with my man Dae-Lee.
Yes, sir.
Making his journey from VA here to North Carolina, swinging through the Art Institute. So now he's out of school. We're just going to take a journey
it's
in
a
a
big
path.
plug for the Art Institute, right?
Yeah, they better give me some.
Attendance is going to go up after this.
I mean, especially whenever people see what they produce, you know. So now, man, let's go ahead and jump into the profession. You know, as I told the people, you're an artist, you're an entrepreneur, a producer. So what else is... Go ahead and tell them the name of your company.
My production company is Jehovah Jireh Productions.
Okay.
And also have a web design company called Pure Solutions Web Design.
Okay.
Both have websites, so you can Google them and get to those. Also just started soon to be a nonprofit, Queen City Hope.
Okay.
We actually had our first event the 22nd of September on the corner of Trade and Tryon, in which we ended up feeding, it was like between 200 300 homeless families on that corner that night. And also it was a benefit concert. It had Travis Green out there, myself, Casey, Julie, all of us had bands. So it was a good night, and I'm hoping that'll be the first of a reoccurring thing. And I mean, definitely got a lot of support from the local businesses. King's Kitchen donated a lot of the food.
Good.
A lot of restaurants downtown, they really gave to it. So
right.
God did his thing, because I had no idea. I never done anything like this before, but just to see the support that they gave, and I mean, as far as donating the food and things like that. So
right. Okay, so you have Jehovah Jireh Productions.
Yep. And
you said the Queen City Hope.
Yep.
And also your web design company,
Pure Solution Web Design.
How did you start all that? Let's get to the place, because that's a lot going on,
right.
Dude. I mean, you're not just in one area, but you're kind of spread out in two to three different places.
Indeed. Actually, before I moved here to Charlotte, like, a great thing that happened was actually my mother encouraged me, or actually kind of pushed me into a relationship with a older guy at my church. And he's a business owner, and he really instilled in me the idea of, one, setting goals and having a plan of how you're going to reach those things. So
right.
Coming down here, it was definitely a thing of, okay, what are my goals? Again, the first goal I set was the thing of, okay, I'm go to the Art Institute to finance my music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Set out to do that. But then after that is the thing of, I've always had the entrepreneurial instinct in me, you know what I mean?
Right.
In middle school, I started with cutting bushes, you know what I mean? I'm like...
Dude, I think we all started with some yard work.
Exactly. I'm like, when you go into school, everybody got the J's on. You got the Bobos on, you know what I mean?
Dude,
you got the slip and slides on. I mean,
the Kmart specials that had like 4 stripes instead of 3.
Exactly. I mean, and you're grateful, and it's really not a thing to where, you feel like you gotta have these things, but you just, I wanted certain things at that time, as shoes, clothes, or whatever. And I've always had the thing of, okay, I know if my mom and pops could afford this,
right.
Cool. But that wasn't the case, so it was a thing of, okay, and they've always encouraged me, go out there. You want this? All right, do what you got to do to get it. You know what I mean? So I've always been doing that. But after school was a thing of, okay, I have these skills. Let me create businesses, and reach out to people and see who needs what, and let's get it done. So it was real simple. That's just how I'm built. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how all of that came to be. Queen City Hope, on another note, it was just a thing out of everybody in Charlotte. Transplants ain't nobody. Seems like nobody's from Charlotte.
Nobody's from Charlotte, dude. No.
Everybody complains that there's nothing going on in Charlotte. You know what I mean? And I did the same thing, but I was like, okay, either we can keep complaining or we can actually do something. So, and that's really what it takes. Somebody initiating and starting something and keeping it going consistently to where people know what's going on, they can actually join in. So that's the hope with Queen City Hope, to where we can continue to, I guess, bring to light different needs in the community and get the community to actually join in with doing it. So,
okay. So after Queen City Hope, now we have, Jehovah Jireh Productions, Queen City Hope, your web design thing. What made you launch into just starting to rap? I mean, I know that you're producing, right. So you're dropping the beats, you're doing that whole thing. Now, what triggered in your head was like, man, I need to go ahead and start putting my own vocals behind these beats?
Actually, again, rhyming with the friends around the neighborhood, and none of us at that time really knew how to rap. You know what I mean? So it was like, you make beats, and then you want to hit people over. It's like, I don't know if I want to hear that no more. You know what I mean? So. So I was like, okay, let me try to put my hand at this. And of course, it wasn't the best, but I actually started to enjoy it. Again, just a creative mind and want to create is what got me into it. Okay. So again, it wasn't the best, but there's a progression.
It's a progression.
It's a progression.
You got to start from somewhere.
Exactly.
Life starts from some place. Now, who were some of your influences in rapping?
Influences.
Whether it was secular or gospel.
Well, again, Transformation Crusade. I won't say they influenced me of how to rap, but they were the first kind of, I guess, hip hop influence that I heard on a gospel track. But outside of that, it was definitely in that time, 90s. It was Nas. It was your Biggies, your Jay-Z, and also, I guess, a big turning point for me with the switching lyrically to glorifying God with my lyrics was the guy named Israel the Warrior, who was actually, I think, from Portsmouth, and we went to a concert and heard him. A lot of people, some people may know about him, but yeah, he was old school. 90s hip hop guy. So yeah.
So now we're gonna, for those who may be asking or even thinking in their head, now he ain't said nothing about being saved or his salvation. We're gonna get to that, people. All right. I got this. Let me
I'm
drop.
Sorry, are the stones coming through the radio right now?
I felt it in the spirit. I felt it. He ain't said, but having those influences, man, how weighty were they? How weighty were? Because and the reason why I asked this is because I remember whenever before pre-Christ, I was all about some Ice Cube. I mean, I could sit there and run down Steady Mobbing. I want to kill Sam, and dude, that was me. And when it came to the East Coast West Coast battle, of course, I kind of went to West Coast with Tupac.
I got you.
But then I'm coming right back over with the Tribe Called Quest and the Jungle Brothers and all of that.
I got you.
So that was all of my pre-Christ. I was just inundated with hip hop, and so whenever I got saved, I can't say that all that left me right there. It didn't. I'm being honest. It didn't. So I found myself in this struggle, as I see a lot of people do, because of course those lyrics that the groups that I named, they weren't talking Jesus, and they weren't, Steady Mobbing. They had his, today was a good day. That was almost positive. So, but yet still, I can see in my actions pre-Christ that the music that I was listening to influenced me a lot. Right. Now I wasn't a gangbanger. I didn't go out and just do some foolishness, but still it was an influence.
Right.
So in saying that, do you see even some of those elements or those influences still in your music today, or have you just completely cut it and you're doing what you feel God has placed on your heart?
I mean, I think you're lying if you say anything you've experienced hasn't influenced you in some way. You know what I mean? Some more than others. Right. But and even I guess, I don't know if you're coming from a standpoint of feeling bad that certain secular things influence you. But for a singer to say they've been influenced by Michael Jackson, I don't see that as a bad thing, even if you're a gospel singer.
Okay.
The dude is talented, period. God gave him that talent.
Right.
And for you to act as if you can ignore that is kind of like, get over yourself in a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess from a lyrical standpoint in hip-hop, yes. I mean, I'm influenced by it. And even today, I'm influenced by it. But, again, I think it's to different degrees and what that influence is all about, to where, am I trying to rap about the same thing secular hip hop? No, I'm not. You know what I mean? I think it's really just a thing of, okay, I have this skill, which is in this talent of rap, and what comes through my lyrics is what I'm about. I'm not about gang banging. I'm not about selling drugs or whatever. So it's a no-brainer that it's not coming out.
Yeah,
that's
but I mean, I think you hit it on the head, Dae-Lee, when you said that if you see a talent like that of a Michael Jackson, and just using him, the gift came from God.
Right.
Every good and perfect gift comes from the Father.
Exactly.
So, but what people do with that gift, that's on them.
Exactly.
So you cannot deny that the dude can rip it.
Exactly.
Hey, be real, people. Beyonce can sing.
And
the girl can sing.
And it's funny. I think when I say funny, in a sad way, when we try to ignore or play as if we can ignore the talents of a lot of very talented secular artists, you know what I mean?
Right.
Michael Jackson or Beyonce, again, the gift giver is God.
Right.
How we utilize those talents, you know what I mean? Even if you want to put it biblically, the parable of the talents.
Right.
How did they use what they were given? And it's the same thing with whether singing or rapping. How are you using that? Are you using it to glorify God or what have you?
Right.
Who gave it to you doesn't change. You know what I mean?
It doesn't. You're right.
And the talent itself doesn't change.
Exactly.
So that's how I choose to look at it, though.
Sweet. Now, how far do you see yourself going into this, man? How far do you see yourself going with producing, with being the artist, with all that you're doing?
Really, as far as God wants to take it, man. I wouldn't say I struggle with setting or having expectations, you know what I mean? I expect and I want to be here.
Right.
Really, it's a thing of submitting to God, to where, Lord, you gave it to me, where you want to take it is where you want to take it. I mean, it's definitely my role to be faithful with it and put my hand to the plow, invest in my talent, and things of that nature, but where he stops it is where he stops it, and I mean, I'm not mad with where he takes it or where he doesn't take it. But yeah, that's simply what I hope.
So wherever you want to take it, that's what you're riding.
Yeah,
you're riding that wave,
and I'm content with that. You know what I mean? I definitely want to see great things happen. But if I happen to now, again, with being married and having a child now, if that becomes which it is my focus, but if it comes to a place to where to do this well, I can't do the music,
right?
I'm fine with that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Because I care much more for my family than I do for the music.
That sounds good, man. Well, you know what? Speaking of family, when we come back, we're going to talk about the private life of Dae-Lee. Yeah, we're going to get up in his milk and Kool-Aid now, y'all. We talked about the artist, the professionalism of what he's doing. We got to find out about baby girl, about the wifey, and all of that. So I'm going to even give you guys a little bit of a taste of something that I'm sure he wrote this to his wife.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us about this one.
First love, man. This is just the balance of, I got a young lady here, also got my relationship with God. How do I properly balance that? Simply stated.
All right, single people, listen up to it. Check your boy out, Dae-Lee. Keep it connected on WordNet.
Provided your boy some grub. Spiritual, physical, both bodies got love. In a world filled with hate, gotta stay focused above and watch the sun shining down. Man, I can't help but smile now. Teeth showing, no frowns, span around. It's so beautiful, and the birds agree. Our creator took his time, we wanna flee complete. I can't help but reflect the love from when he first loved me and had my heart burning to the 3rd degree. Now that's the real love, that agape, bruh. Yeah, sis, this that love you don't wanna miss. Trust me. Hold up. What's this? Excuse this? What's your name? I'll make this plain. Hello, how you doing? I hope you're fine. Man, I know she is. Oh Lord, protect my mind. Anyway, I wanna know more than what's your sign. Like what's your favorite flower and how you like to spend your time. Well, me, I just like to chill, relax my mind. Cause after hard days working, then the music grind, I got to lay back and make sure I find time to spend time with my Lord, you know, some quiet time. Now I know we just met, but I'm feeling your vibe. I wouldn't say I'm impatient, I just don't waste time. I'm not saying we're meant to be, we got plenty time. So no need to rush, don't hide the smile, I saw you blush. Girl, we're cool as the wind, I hope for more than friends. But could this be love? I don't know, man. Could it? I hope so. I hope. It's crazy early, but yo, who knows? She could be the one. This could be my love. We went from 1 day to 2 weeks, now it's 3 months. Push Christ to the rear, man, I can't front. It's his flesh in my flesh, my Eve is what I want. But what I need, I ignore, man, am I a dunce? I'm having issues balancing love here and above. Cause when your blessings fall down, she's giving me hugs. And as I'm longing for kisses, your presence I'm missing. Love got me messed up, man, she got me smitten. So let me step back, okay, I see, let's analyze. Christ lover plus attractive equals no surprise that I'm ready to leave and cleave, man, it's about that time. Yo, this real talk here, not just another rhyme. Unless the Lord builds my house, I'm wasting my time. So I prioritize my love, straighten up the line. Cause in my mind and heart, Christ's love is where it starts. And in the end, I got my rib, I pray we never part. Yeah, you're my first love, Lord. I know you're a jealous God, but also know he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Miss Marie, I love you, girl. You're my good thing. Yeah, I just feel like meditating right now. It's the end of 09, so fresh 2010. Last year blew by, and I was gone with the wind. A lot something happened in addition to the rapping. I got blessed with my wife, let me say that twice. God bless me with my wife, and it's so nice. She's down for the team, and she's down to do life. Down to do it right, cause she's down with the Christ. Yeah, we might fight, drawn closer in spite. So beautiful, down to the cuticles. Wow, I can't compute like computers do. But here's one thing I do understand. I'm like Christ and she's like the church friend. Hey man, yeah, 09 was a good one. Yeah, it was. 2010's here. Let's go. So I just meditate. 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 Yeah. Lord, I have my good days and my bad days, but I'm thankful you're always in control. Some days I'm up, some days I'm down. Long live the smile, forget my frowns. Life's never flat, it comes back around. So good seed, growing up to feed. Circle of life, like the Lion King. You're not a Lion King, you are the truth. Your son's a proof, Jesus the Christ. I was sold to hell, but you paid the price. Now I live to tell, your love never fails. Still going strong, never growing frail. The world is so blind, but he's a braille. I reached out in faith, he removed the veil. Yeah, I was blind, but now I see. So blind, thanks to you. So now, I meditate. 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 I meditate. Man, come a long way in you, Lord. Yes, sir. You're growing your boy up, and I'm thankful. Look at me now. I rock the crown. Royalty like my pops, I like how it sounds. But gotta stay low, you know how it goes. Pride before the fall, then the ground meets your nose. Lord, you're my help, you wear the title belt. Bouts in my mind, keep the gloves off the shelf. Shield on my arm, sword in my palm. Gospel on my feet, time is short, ring the alarm. We sleeping giants, while the world riots. The system got us hushed like a shotgun silence. Labeled defiant, if I pray in school, man, I wrote with Christ, so I break the rules. That's right, yes sir. Stand up for Christ, stand strong. Even when the world says sit down. That's why I meditate. Meditate.
Yeah, this just makes me want to sit back with a nice cup of peppermint tea. You know, with my word cracked open. Listen at me sounding deep. With my word cracked open. You know, in my silk sleeping jacket. I can't say smoker jacket, so I have to say sleeping jacket. You know, in my lounge chair. Just chilling and just meditating.
Lovely.
This is Maceo back in with you guys. It is your WordNet Radio Artist Showcase. I'm hanging out with my boy Dae-Lee in the house, guys. And you just heard a couple of his spins right there. That was Meditate. That came off the warm-up project. And also we heard from First Love. Yeah, of course, you know, he was talking about his booze on that one. But we're going to talk about that a little later on, man. Now, on some of your pieces, go ahead and run down the albums that you've already released. I know that one of them, the first one was a mixtape, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It was The Reason mixtape was the first one, 2007. And then after that, I actually released an EP, Love's Pain. And after that was The Warm Up. And then Under the Radar, which was a mixtape. And the last project was The Great Progression.
The Great Progression.
Exactly.
And so he's working on something else, guys. But again, you're just going to have to hang around with us because he's working on it. And we're going to give some of them away as well as some of the other pieces. So continue to hang out with us. Now, from what I've heard, you know, I know that some people are following us on Twitter. That's what's up. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Twitter, listening to this Facebook, and all those other mediums. And if you're having a problem right now, you know, receiving the connection fully, Mike Shelton, what you can do is you can download the WordNet app. That's if you have a phone that will allow you to download the apps. And how you can find it is just go to our website if your phone will allow you to go to our website and wordnet.org, download the app, and you should be good to go, brother. Yeah, baby.
That's
that was a straight plug for Mike Shelton, the amazing Caucasian is what he called himself. He's a good dude, though. He's all right with me. So anyway, back to the lesson at hand, as Snoop would say. Here with Dae-Lee, we just finished talking about the professional, his profession, what he's doing. We're going to dab a little bit into the private life now, guys. So, my boy, you got you this nice recording studio. You got, you know, your website business. You're doing your thing with the Queen City Hope. You know, so what's going on in the personal life, in the private life of Dae-Lee?
Personal life, brother. Got a 2-month-old. Been married going on 3 years.
Oh, congrats. What's her name? Can you tell us her name? Will she get
my wife's
married?
name is Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Exactly.
Like Virginia, church. Like Virginia.
Yes. And the baby girl, Ava. But yeah, man, really right now, just learning that, man.
Wow, 3 years in.
Learning that, yes.
Was it a big transition?
Marriage-wise?
Like? Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was big, man. Dating, period, was big.
Why you say that?
I guess seriously dating. You know what I mean? Not just hanging out. Yeah, we cool.
Right.
But actually seriously pursuing a girl. So, a woman.
Hey.
Yeah, it was, I mean, just seriously dating was an adjustment for me. Just the commitment in that, you know what I mean? I think a lot of times we think of, once I get married, just a lot of commitment, but in seriously dating, or if you want to call it courting, that's a serious commitment, you know what I mean? So that was a big jump for me. And then get married, I thought, yes, we finally married.
So how long did you guys, did you date or in the courtship?
For 2 years.
2 years?
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what made you get to the point of saying, you know what, this is my booze. That's an inside joke. This is my booze, and this is the one I'm going to lock down. She's it.
Let me see. I would say it was probably when I realized the headaches that we were having was actually God chipping away at a lot of, I guess, immaturity and growing me up in a lot of ways. Because I think, I was definitely had that time of, man, this is a headache. Let me move on to somebody else. You know what I mean? I mean, just honestly.
What? Now, well, give me two of the headaches, if you don't mind.
Two of the headaches?
Yeah, give me two of the headaches.
It's just a general thing of headaches. It's not things. It's just, again, the commitment of relationship of we're going to work together on making this work. You know what I mean? And being at peace with each other. So it was just, in a general sense, the headaches of working together with that one person. It's hard enough to make things work by yourself.
Right.
Exactly. Now we got to do this together. You know what I mean? So, and consider another above yourself. What you mean? So,
help me out, because I'm a single dude. So
you know what, Mace?
I'm looking to go there, man. I'm not looking to be this single dude for the rest of my life.
I got you, man.
So what words of encouragement that you could just give to me?
Brother. There isn't a word. It's like paragraphs. Gotta explain it. And really, I guess if I was to narrow it down to anything, it's definitely, man, a thing of, again, humbling yourself, man. Even when you think you're right and you're wrong, or even when you think you're right and you actually are right, it's a thing of, you know what? Is it better to be right or to love this person? You know what I mean? And that's a hard decision. So it was a lot of that, and just I guess caring for a person so much to where, again, it's not about you being right, but actually wanting to invest in a person,
right?
And I guess better a person, and hopefully, lead them closer to Christ. So,
got you.
So yeah, man, that's kind of the.
That's some good stuff, though, man. Hey, so you encourage some single person out there, because I read in this book one time, and it started off like this: that marriage is for mature people.
Oh yes.
And so
big boys and big girl game.
Yeah,
man.
I read that a couple of years ago, and that probably stopped me in my tracks, right? I'm like, look, dude, I still want to just cut it up on a motorcycle. I still just kind of like my freedom, me going here, going there, and not having to check in. But that stuff got old, dude. I'm just saying, it got old to me. And so now I'm well beyond that. I'm a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that even as I get into this pursuit mode, and and I lock it down.
Y'all hear that? Maceo's in a pursuit mode.
But yeah, man, so that's good. So you got the wife, you got the baby girl, man. How is that? How has that even changed?
Bruh, it's amazing, man. Again, when people say, you have a loss for words, really is a loss for words. It's not that, you have some beautiful sentence of how she takes your breath away, but it's a thing of, you just don't know what to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a thing. Really, I just have to look, observe, enjoy. You know what I mean? It's hard to put in words, but it's a beautiful thing, man. 2 months old, and when they say they grow fast, they grow fast. My baby girl is growing, learning new things every day. Right now, she's trying to control that head, with the neck. So she's like a little bobblehead right now.
Oh, dude. So you got all the good going on right now, man.
It's hilarious, man. But it's great, man. Me and my wife, we're just enjoying, seeing her grow. And, of course, it's the kind of the fear of, how we going to raise this child, you know what I mean?
Right.
We're still learning ourselves, but it's the thing of, okay, Lord, you got this, and really releasing, man. And that's something else that I'm learning, because I want to say maybe 2 weeks after she was born, she had a little cough. And at that stage, she doesn't know how to cough, you know what I mean? So to us, it was like, she choking.
Oh, man.
So it was a real scare for us, man, to where man, she's choking. But, you know, after a day and talking to other people who had babies, like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, you ain't see it, though, man. It was like she choking.
This is my baby girl. This is what's happening. So tell me about your place of worship. Where do you fellowship?
Transformation Church, TC, Transformer Stand
That
Up.
is Derwin Gray.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, had him on the studio. Had him on the station a couple of times whenever they launched it. So that's what's up, man. Good. You like fellowship in there?
Yeah, man. It's a great place, man. And actually, to rewind a little bit in our conversation, the whole thing of cultural shift for me from moving from Norfolk to Charlotte was a thing of, okay, I moved to Southside Charlotte, and church-wise, that was a big shift for me. Just worship-wise, to where, okay, no longer are we clapping in church and singing gospel songs. We're singing hymns on the big organ, you know what I mean? So that was just a big shift for me. And I guess just on a connection base, for me being a young adult, it was hard to connect with this other culture, and it seemed in a lot of ways as if this other culture wasn't trying to connect with me.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was trying to go skiing, you know what I mean? I was trying to, I don't know what else. To our Caucasian brothers and sisters. Again, and I don't even want to say it's not a racial issue, because race is, you're black.
Yeah, and
I got a white friend, and I got, Hispanic, so that's who we are. We are a diverse body of people, and I think transformation, the big thing for me was this is a diverse body of people, different cultures coming together to worship God, you know what I mean? And we not only respect the differences, but we appreciate the differences, you know what I mean? I can have my white brothers and sisters from the church come over. Let's play curveball. You know what I mean?
And that is the way it should be, man.
Exactly.
It's a shame that we sometimes get caught up into this Christian bubble that we only associate with those who look like us, who praise like us, who like the same type of music. No, we are the body of Christ.
Exactly.
That means that the body is so much bigger than your little church.
Exactly.
It really is. Whether they believe it or not, it's bigger than your little four walls. And when we venture out to say, hey, yeah, you may look different. You may have a different background. Your culture may be different, but we're serving the same God. Let's get into this. Yeah, big props to transformation, man.
Indeed, man. It's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. You know what I mean? So to break down those walls and break down a lot of religious walls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where we come to believe that, if you ain't falling out in the aisles, that ain't church.
That ain't church, y'all.
Or if you ain't got a big organ, that ain't church. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's the thing of, again, breaking down those walls and, okay, how can we bring this culture, different cultures together? Because, again, the biggest thing that stands out to me is the thing of, when you get to heaven, what do you think it's going to look like?
Right.
And why is Sunday the most segregated day in the week? You know what I mean?
Man.
When you get to heaven, it's not going to be, your Baptist over here, or blah, 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 over here. Everybody's going to be together serving one God. And how do we, as they say, or as the words say, bring heaven to earth? You know what I mean? So
it's cool. That's good, man. All right, well, listen, we're going to spin this latest project that you're working on. I know everybody been like, what are you talking about? What's going on? Well, we're going to go ahead and spin it. We're going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines right now. We have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 projects?
We have 5 projects to date, and actually working on the 6th, which will be the official debut album. So I'm excited about that, man.
Cool beans. Now, go ahead and tell us a little bit about this one as we go into it.
This song is Life is Worship.
Life is
Worship. Actually featuring my man Chris Brown from Elevation Worship. This was again, just like we talk about transformation, this is a bringing different cultures together, not just hip hop and rap, but also contemporary Christian, all in this one song. So
All right, y'all, here it is. If you want to hit us up real quick, it's 704-644-1588, 704-644-1589. We have a project to put in your hands. It's Dae-Lee on the WordNet Radio Artist Showcase.
Pops beat the grave so we can take his name. Now I live in his fame. Death flesh is a game, but life in Christ is a reasonable sacrifice. No fear in tomorrow, just showing today. Jehovah Jireh, he's always making a way. So dry the tears, girl. Stay strong, your man. Yeah, we may fall, but here's a loving hand.
All that you are and all that you've done is worthy of our praise. For your holy name, for your fame, our lives will shine brightly for you. All that you are and all that you've done is worthy of our praise. For your holy name, for your fame, Lord, we live our lives to worship.
Yeah. So with all that I say, and all that I choose, I aim to give you praise, cause I know that it's due. These same hands that I raise, serve the hungry food. Worship's more than my praises and all that I do. Beyond church walls and your Sunday service, with the love all, more than lip service. No matter the race, no matter the creed, rich or poor, we all need the same Lord. I thank every day, too much I could say about his great love and the price that it paid. So until that day, I reflect his grace to a hurting world in eternal praise.
All that you are and all that you've done is worthy of our praise.
So worthy, Lord.
For your holy name, for your fame, our lives will shine brightly.
My life will shine
for you.
brightly.
All that you are and all that you've done is worthy of our praise.
Worthy of my
For your
praise.
holy name,
Let's go.
for your fame, Lord, we live our lives to worship.
Oh Lord, worship you only, Lord. Sun up and sundown, Lord, you rock the crown. You deserve all the praise. For holy is your name and great is your fame. So Lord, we live our lives in worship. We sing for you, Lord. Yeah, no matter the race, no matter the culture, let's go. No matter the background, praise the one you got together. Say it.
That you are and all that you've done is worthy of our praise. For your holy name and for your fame, our lives will shine brightly for you. All that you've done is worthy of our praise.
That's Dae-Lee right there, everybody. Life is Worship featuring Chris Brown of Elevation Worship, man. That's a tight piece, dude.
Appreciate it, man.
That's
Appreciate
nice. So where is this right here going? Where is it about to take us?
This song is going on my debut album. And actually, if you take yourself to iTunes or Amazon, you can actually buy it now. So,
Cool beans.
yeah, excited for this. This is just the beginning of this project, and hopefully it will be released next year.
Good.
So stay tuned for that.
So
Definitely.
who are some of the people that's working on this project with you?
Well, Chris Brown, obviously. I'm really not sure, man. I'm in the beginning stages. I'm really sketching out different ideas, production-wise and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see, man. Honestly, we'll see.
Good. Well, you know, I got your back up, man. If you ever need your boy to spit,
I appreciate it, man.
I can let it rip. I can let it
Nice.
roll, man. So what's going on with you, man? Your next event, the next gig you're going to be rocking, where people can find you on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you are. Go ahead and lay it down for us.
Actually, the best place to get it all is Dae-Lee.com. That's DAE-LEE.com. You can connect to my Facebook and my Twitter from there. And also, you know, just keep up to date with what's going on with me. Let me see. As far as what's going on, actually this week, this Thursday, I'm going to be at Unplugged, actually, which is a kind of a meeting place for young adults.
Yeah,
real
with-
cool
with
vibe.
Joshua Ezzy.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's been on the show a couple of times. Cool.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. So Thursday, starting at 7 o'clock, come through. They're going to have food, music, all that good stuff. And I'm actually going to be performing it on a panel. So make sure you show up to that.
Do you have the address to that so people would know?
Actually, I may, but
Okay.
let me look that up.
Yeah, but Josh has been on the station a couple of times with Unplugged, man. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are teaming up to do some things. I heard of his ministry. He's doing some strong things here in the area.
Exactly.
And oh, you have it?
But I got the church is actually going to be at 2 Exalt Church.
Okay, yeah.
And I can't even remember the exact address, but just Google it. 2 as in the number 2, the letter X, SALT, SALT.
Cool.
Just Google it, it'll come up.
Cool beans, man. Well,
Indeed.
Dae-Lee,
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you hanging out with your boy,
Hey,
man.
no problem, man.
This was good stuff, dude.
No problem.
Everybody, make sure you check out his website, Is this one with the dash in it, or is just Dae-Lee?
It's Dae-Lee, DAE-LE.com.
That's right. Go ahead and have some free projects out there for you. You can still give us a call here at the station. I have some here. Life is Worship, The Great Progression. We have the warm-up, and I'll be more than happy to put one in your hands. 704-644-1588. 704-644-1589. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the WordNet Radio Artist Showcase with my boy Dae-Lee. Make sure you're tuned in next month, the same time, the fourth Monday of the month. Another artist is coming up. We're going to put them on spot, put them on blast, find out a little bit more about them. Who is it, you're asking me? You just need to keep it connected right here on WordNet, and you'll find out. I got a surprise for you guys. You're going to like this one right here. So, any last words, man, as we close it down?
Life is worship, people. Worship God in your life.
Word.
It's that simple.
And they can find that again, iTunes.
Amazon. Yep, that's where you can find it. And actually, you can go to my site, and soon it'll be available physical copies. But you can call in right now and win a free copy of that. So,
That's
what do
it.
you think?
Hit us up. All right, guys, you know I'm with you right up until midnight. Another great time with the best in gospel music, the best in ministry from the Word of God. Coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to hear from Phil and Brenda Nicholas with Just Dance. Keep it connected right here on WordNet. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/WordNet Radio, Twitter at WordNet FM, and you can also hit us up on our website and download the WordNet app at wordnet.org. Let me go in and give a big shout out to my boy Mike Shelton.
Go ahead, do that,
He
man.
good people. Mike Shelton, the amazing Caucasian. You guys keep your ears open for the dude. He's doing some great things. God is using him tremendously. And we're going to see if we can swing something around for him. He always jaw-japping, so we'll see. We'll see.
And I love you, Alex. Love you, Ava. Ain't that
was
sweet?
sweet.
You know, I just had to make sure I got it in there. You know what I mean?
You have to. And
Just in case she asks.
And I love you, my future wife. Wherever you are right now, I love you. I'm going ahead and plugging you early
You funny.
before I say the I do. Love you, boos.
Booze. You funny.
We out of here.
Strong, your man. Yeah, we may fall, but here's a loving hand.
All that you are and all that you've done is worthy of our praise.
You're listening to WordNet 1540.